Hey there, today I get to bring my freshly painted Inhumans against Evan's updated Asgardians. My name is Nate, and welcome to the Gamers Guild. So for today's game, I'm excited to try out my Cabal/Inhuman roster because I think there are some great synergies between these two affiliations. As for objectives, Evan got priority and picked the secure objective of Demons Downtown, which should force us both to the middle for quite a brawl while also weakening our defenses. For the extract, I picked Wakandan Herbs because Lockjaw's ability to teleport my herb carrier should give me a nice boost when it comes to scoring those points a little bit earlier. Evan picked the threat level of 19, so with that in mind, I'm bringing Black Bolt, Medusa, and Lockjaw for my Inhumans, and backing them up are Baron Zemo and Enchantress. Baron Zemo giving all of my Inhumans additional rerolls is great, and because all of the objectives are located next to each other in the center, I should be able to give most of my team those additional rerolls. I then also chose Enchantress because I need a character who can easily bank some power to take full advantage of the Inhumans' leadership ability. Not to mention being able to force an opposing model onto one of the portals to get them the incinerated condition is quite appealing. As for my tactic cards, I'm bringing the tried and true Brace for Impact and Med Pack, as well as 3 new tactic cards with Attilan Rising, Lockjaw's Last Minute Save, and Bitter Rivals. And with that, let's see what Evan has brought.
Hello everyone, excited to be back. In this game I decided I wanted to try out Asgard. I came in kind of wanting to try some of the new characters, Angela and Enchantress in Asgard. Angela did not make the cut, even with 19 threat that we're playing to. I thought that Enchantress and then some of my other choices like Loki synergized a little bit better with what I was going with. So what I am going with is Thor, Enchantress, Loki, Crystal, and Okoye, and then Loki has the Mind Gem. And then for the tactics cards, I've got Rainbow Bridge, Field Dressing, Disarm, Elemental Infusion, and Brace for Impact. So I won priority and I chose Secures. My main reason for that was I didn't want Nate to get the Terrigen portals because I knew he was going to be playing Inhumans and the poison immunity. I didn't really want to deal with that. So I actually did draw out of my 2. I drew Terrigen and Demons, so I went with Demons. Chose 19 threat, so I'm kind of excited. I think Crystal is going to play really well here with being able to suppress shakes on Incinerate and stuns and slows and things like that. I've got Enchantress who can hand out stuns and slows, Loki who can slow. So hopefully that'll all kind of synergize together. I'm a little worried about the herb play. We'll see if I have anybody that can really take care of that, but overall I'm excited and I think it should be a good game.
Oh man, Crystal's betrayal here is going to hurt probably a good bit because not being able to shake off the Incinerate given out by the secure objectives is going to be rough. So while I have my own synergies for staying close together, Evan's Loki and Crystal are going to punish me for it at the same time. And now I see why Evan went for Demons Downtown. Now taking a look at the board, we'll be counting the benches as size 1, the barrels and crates as size 2, the fountain and trees as size 3, the statue as size 4, and the one building as size 5. Before I get into deployment, I want to remind everyone that thanks to the guild's sponsor, Tritex Games, I'm doing a monthly giveaway for Marvel Crisis Protocol. You can enter by being subscribed to the channel and then by leaving a comment on each video that releases in a month. So each comment will be 1 entry for that month. So for example, in the month of March, there will be 4 MCP videos, so 4 potential points of entry. As well, Tritex is offering an additional 5% off their MCP products with the code TRITEXGGCP5 at checkout, which is kind of insane because if you pre-order with them, you're already getting 20% off, and that additional discount stacks, so it would be 25% off your pre-ordered items. And now with that, let's get into deployment and the game.
Alright, so this is how we deployed. I have Zemo, Enchantress, Lockjaw, and Black Bolt all in the center, while Medusa's out here exactly range 3 from Lockjaw. She's probably going to be my best herb runner, maybe, hopefully. And then across the board, we have Loki, Thor, Crystal, and Okoye in the center, while Evan seems to have put Enchantress off to the side for the same reason Medusa is off on my side. And with that, we will head into round number 1.
at the edge here. So, something like that. And she'll spend a power and pick up that herb. And then I guess just kind of hang out and wait for what's coming. She's done.
Man, that's well, now I've got to think at him. Alright, so Black Bolt is turned a little bit to the side because it's hard to measure from his base with the debris in the front. But we're going to go with Lockjaw, and because he's got people around to tell him just how good of a boy he is, he's going to start out the turn with 4 power. He's going to immediately spend 2 of that to teleport Blackjaw up to range 3. And we're just going to go ahead and give him some cover up here. And then Lockjaw's second action is just going to be a short move, pushing him up the board a little bit so that Black Bolt can hopefully continue to tell him just how good of a boy he is. And then I think I'm going to use King of the Inhumans, which is the leadership ability. And Lockjaw is going to transfer 1 of his power over to Black Bolt. And that will be Lockjaw's activation done.
Okay, next up I'm going to go with Loki, and I'm going to try to undo some of the teleportation. So I'm going to move him twice, and I'm going to get him, yeah, just within range 1 here. And then that should put him within range 3 of Black Bolt, so then I'll spend 2 power to do the Mind Gem, and that will move Black Bolt.
Short.
Yep, let's go this way.
Alright.
Something like that. Okay, and that will be everything for Loki.
Alright, so since the middle of the board has been disrupted a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and go with Medusa. And she is just going to double move. A little bit of the bend in the stick. And put her right there. Should be within range 1. She will spend her power and pick it up. I was going to say, if you want to double check me, make sure I don't need to.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. Alright, and that is Medusa's quick activation over with.
Okay, next up I'm going to go with Okoye, and as you can see I've got my shot kind of lined up here, so I'm just going to move her right about there and do a Vibranium Spear Blast.
Absolutely, so I've got 3 dice energy.
Okay.
For the first step.
Here we go. And
pretty good roll, you get the reroll.
Okay, 2.
Just 2. Medusa blocks 1, and human reroll blocks 2.
Okay, so no damage, but I will get the power. And that is 2 actions, so Okoye is done.
Alright, so I'm going to go with Baron Zemo. Lockjaw is once again going to use the Inhumans leadership ability to give a power, this time over to Baron Zemo. And then Baron Zemo is going to advance, so he is just outside of range 4 of Loki in his bubble of taxing, basically. And now I'm going to spend 2 for a charge while I'm still outside of Loki's bubble of annoyance. And a long charge gets me a pretty good distance. We're going to go up to there. Hopefully putting me well within 2 of Loki. Just a little bit. Yeah, it gives me all the things I want in the world. And we'll do a 5 dice strike into Loki unless Okoye has something to say about it.
I'm not sure that she can. Nope.
Ooh.
Alright.
Alright, so Zemo's got 5 dice physical going into Loki. Only a couple successes. I do have Zemo's own reroll. That doesn't help, so just 2.
Okay.
Block 1.
Block 1.
Alright, so you're going to take 1 damage and the bleed condition.
Alright.
Zemo will gain a power back, and that is his activation done.
Alright, at the start of my turn, I'm just going to go ahead and have Loki use Thor's leadership ability to pay a power and get rid of the bleed. And then I'll activate Crystal. And she's just going to move up and take a shot at Zemo. I think I'm going to use her Hydrokinesis attack. So that's the one that can slow on a wild.
Alright, 4 dice with a reroll.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
Okay.
And the reroll. So we got
just
5. Yep. With the wild.
So this is currently still just dazing Zemo outright. Needs a block. Zemo's got his own reroll.
There it
so
is.
He blocks 1.
Alright.
And takes a lot.
Yep. And I did get the wild, so he will be slowed.
In addition to everything else.
Yep. I gain a power for that, and that is going to be it for Crystal.
Alright. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with Black Bolt. He's just going to move himself back into that position with a little bit of cover. And then we are going to go into Loki. Don't have anything to buff my attack really, but Zemo does provide the extra reroll, which is nice. So this will just be a 5 dice energy bolt into Loki.
Okay.
Alright.
Oof.
And then I got 2 rerolls, one from Human, one from Zemo. So total of 5 with the Pierce.
Okay. So pierce that.
Yep. So 5.
Alright, that's going to daze him.
Alright, Black Bolt. Black Bolt will gain 5 power.
4 power. He already had 1, so.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Still a decent bit.
Yep.
We are then going to have Baron Zemo, who's just flush with power himself and just doesn't have as many things to spend it on. He's going to Inhuman ability a power onto Lockjaw, and that will be Black Bolt's activation done.
Alright, well, last up for me is Thor, and I think I'm just going to have him move up a little bit, and with various things coming my way, I don't know that I'm going to get that point anyway, so I think I'm just going to try to do some damage. So I'm going to throw a hammer, spend a power, throw a hammer at Zemo.
Yep, get him off the point.
Yep. So here we go, 5 dice. Just
not
one.
with a roll like that.
Yeah.
Zemo, you got a chance. Live!
Yep.
He lives.
Alright, that will be it for Thor.
Am I shocked automatically, or is it only on damage?
You are shocked.
Alright, Zemo is in condition land. Because he's also about to wake up with an incinerate. Alright, and that leaves me with Enchantress. Alright, so Enchantress is up to go. And she just leaves me so many possibilities here at the end of the turn because, well, Loki's dazed and she actually can do stuff with her power. But ultimately I decided on just being able to double move her. I don't want her within 1 because I have the point as it is and don't need her to be incinerated with her fledgling 2 defense. But I want to get her within range 3 of at least Thor so that we can get him incinerated going forward. So we're going to spend 2 for the Siren's Call, making him just move short. And we're just going to get it so that he's within range 1 like Okoye.
Alright.
And that will be Enchantress's activation and round 1 over. So, because there's not a lot of secures, and the extracts can only really start being scored probably on turn 3 of this game, I'm only going to score 2 points, Lockjaw holding down the back, Zemo holding the middle point because Loki's dazed, and then Evan's going to score 1 because of Thor and Okoye, making Inhumans 2 to Asgard's 1.
Alright.
And with that, we'll go into round number 2.
Alright, so start round 2. We got all of our Incinerate tokens out there from the power phase. So I'm actually going to utilize my leadership ability again, spend a power from Loki, and take his off. Then I will, I'm going to go ahead and activate Enchantress, and I'll spend 3 power to play Rainbow Bridge.
Any other Asgardians going to play it as well?
No, I think just her.
Okay.
Well, actually, now that you mention it, I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'll have Thor do it too. Why not?
All right.
Okay, so I'll move her first. She's gonna go right there, and then because I like grouping up, I guess I'll move Thor. I'm gonna put Thor over here. That
On the objective?
Yeah.
Cool.
He's still incinerated. Then, for Enchantress's first action, I'm going to do a Spurned Affection beam.
Yep, right down the alleyway.
Yep, so let's start with... I don't know if he's going to... Okay. Let's start with Zemo, I guess, and turn off his rerolls if we can.
Alright. This is an energy attack, correct?
Yep.
So I got nothing I can do about that with Master Swordsman or anything, so get my 3.
Okay.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Just 2.
Zemo needs to block 2 here. He got it.
Okay.
I think Zemo, because he is wealthy with power at the moment, is... Well, no, because it's going to take 3 because of Loki. Never mind.
Okay, and I didn't get any saps, but I do get just 1 power.
Yep.
So then let's just go down the line, I guess. We'll go with Black Bolt.
Black Bolt next.
3 with a sap.
So, blocking 2. And then reroll from Zemo, reroll from Inhumans to only block 2.
Okay.
So Black Bolt will take 1 and then have a power sapped.
Yep. Okay, and then finally we'll go on to Lockjaw.
Yep. Who is within 2 of Zemo.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
4 with 2 sap.
That's her.
And Lockjaw is incinerated.
He is, so he's only got 2 defense dice. We'll reroll the one that we can with Inhuman. And then we'll use Zemo's reroll. And finally block 1. So he's still taking 3.
Yep.
And he loses the 2 power he had prior to that, unfortunately. That's 3. Alright, so that was Enchantress's first action.
Right.
Oh, Zemo should have rolled 1 less die. So you had 2 successes on that one?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna reroll that real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he would be gone.
You'd have a reroll
Yes, but you had 2 and I had the skull
though. Oh, okay.
on that one, so we'll daze him. Black Bolt would have been fine. Lockjaw, though, would have taken 1 more.
Okay.
So catch that before I forget about it. Zemo is dazed.
All right. Then I'm going to I'm going to keep moving Enchantress towards the point, I guess. I don't really like going up against Medusa there, but we'll make it work. And then, if I can not bump everything, I'm going to spend 3 of the power that she gained from all that, or sorry, 2, to do Siren's Call, and I'll at least move Medusa away a little bit.
Alright.
So just something like that. Alright, and then she's done.
Well, your Enchantress just made it look like so much fun to activate and use beam attacks. So Lockjaw is going to donate a power over to her with the Inhuman special ability, and then we're going to spend 3 for Siren's Call because Loki is currently awake and being annoying, and we are just going to put Thor over here off of the objective, but hopefully and intentionally outside of range to Okoye. Nope, we gotta go closer. So we'll put you up here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better. And then from there, we will use her Spurned Affection, hitting, well, everybody except your Enchantress.
Okay.
And I think it will start with Loki.
What's the timing on Trickster?
You would do it when I declare Loki as a target, so right now.
Okay. And then remind me how it works with beams. If I get out of the beam, or do I have to get out of the range 3?
Out of the beam.
Okay. I'll Trickster.
Yep.
So let's just move him. What is this, short?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright. Loki's attack is now over, so we will go into Thor, who is incinerated.
Yep. And this is energy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Not a bad roll. We got 4 with 1 sap.
Okay. I don't have anything to sap, but
So block 1.
block 1, taking 3.
Take 3 onto Thor.
Yikes.
Nothing to gain from it, but we will get the guaranteed power. Next up is Crystal.
Okay. Let's see. Do I want to bodyguard this? That's the question.
Ah, yes.
Probably not, because Okoye is incinerated, so I will not bodyguard.
Alright. Makes sense. Pretty good roll. Too bad we don't have Zemo alive for those rerolls. 4 with 2 saps.
Okay, so she does have power sap.
Cool.
Alright. Ooh, that's not good. So I do get a reroll from being an Inhuman, so I'm
Yep.
blocking 1.
So she'll take 3
3.
as well.
Okay. Alright.
And then finally we've got Okoye in the back.
Okay.
Wow.
Ouch.
That's a roll. Well, Enchantress will get her guaranteed 1 power, just from the attack resolving. Not that it went any... Didn't go well, but it went. And then, because she's got all that new power, she's going to spend 3 of it and basically just put Loki back to where he trickstered away from.
Okay.
And we're going to do it all again.
Alright.
So we'll start with Loki again, because I don't think it really matters.
Okay.
5 dice energy.
Alright, I don't have enough power to... Well, I guess you can only do it once per turn anyway, but...
Yep. Doesn't matter, I got nothing.
Okay.
So that is 1 guaranteed power onto her. And then we will do Thor again.
Alright.
Just 1.
Ouch.
Her dice are going cold.
Yeah.
That is 1.
Okay.
She'll get 1 power there. On to Crystal.
I'll bodyguard this one.
Cool. Being bodyguarded, only getting 2 successes.
1 reroll. Okay. 2 damage on Okoye.
Cool. And then the actual attack into Okoye.
Okay.
3 successes.
Okay, I need a crit here. Didn't get it.
Not
So she'll take 2 and be dazed.
So we'll spend 4 for her throw. And we will chuck these crates behind her into Loki.
Those are size 2.
Size 2.
Alright.
Gotta try to dodge it. 3 incoming damage. Blocks 2 of it, so only 1.
Okay.
And that is all the tricks that Enchantress has for today. So she is done.
All right. So after some consideration, I'm going to go with Thor. I'm going to do 2 things though before I really start with him. I'm going to first of all spend a power from Crystal to heal 1 using Thor's leadership ability.
Absolutely.
And then I'm also going to spend 2 power from Crystal to play Elemental Infusion. So characters within range 3 per that take damage are going to get status effects. Then with Thor, I'm going to spend 3 power to 4 Asgard. And he's just going to barely move here. Whoops. So a little about there.
Yep.
And
easily within range of Black Bolt.
Yep. And then the strike. So it's going to be 6 dice.
Black Bolt is going to go ahead and Loki's up. I still need 2. I'm going to spend 3 here so that I'm rolling 6 dice in defense as well.
Okay. Alright, got a crit. So 3.
3. Black Bolt has a chance. No, he doesn't. Block 1. Block 2. But he still takes a damage.
Yep.
Which also means he gets a status condition.
Yes, so I can choose from Stun, Incinerator, Slow. I'm going to give him Stun.
Absolutely.
And then Thor has a second action. So I think I'll go ahead and just do another strike into Black Bolt.
Cool. Black Bolt is not going... Oh, man. He's going to spend 3 again.
Okay.
He doesn't like it.
6 dice.
4 hits.
Still no wild, which is what I was hoping for, but that's okay.
With how I'm rolling, you're going to be just fine. Block 1, but that's still 3, which is more than enough to daze him.
Okay. So how much total did he take then?
3.
Okay.
On the nose.
Cool. All right.
Only gets 1 power from it, though.
Yep. Then I think that's probably it for Thor. So I'm gonna try to throw, which I can't there, and I don't really want to throw Enchantress. So yeah, that'll be it for Thor.
All right. Pretty good activation.
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, Lockjaw has to activate without anybody around to tell him how good of a boy he is. So he is going to just barely move up a little bit. He is incinerated, which is unfortunate. We're going to move him up to there. See that he is within range 2 of Thor. And then we are just going to bite Thor.
Okay.
Got a whole 4 dice with a reroll here.
Thor is incinerated, so I'm down to 3.
Lockjaw is a lot of bite. So 2.
Not blocking any.
Haha!
So taking 2, he's down to 1 health left.
Good boy. So Lockjaw will gain 2 power. Alright, so for everybody who was about to call me a cheater, you'd be right, because I totally exploded a crit with Lockjaw while Loki is on his injured side and definitely within range 4. So we're just going to call that Lockjaw's reroll, which he had not used and still would deal 2. But he's still going to spend 4 power for Interdimensional Bloodhound and put a hit out on your Enchantress.
Okay.
And that is all the good boy can do.
Alright, I'm going to go with Loki next, who is going to try to navigate through all these people. Basically what it comes down to is he's going to double move. So let's go, yeah.
Directly, or you want to...
yeah, that'll work.
Cool.
And then he's going to spend 2 power to use the Mind Gem and move Lockjaw off the point. And let's go, I guess.
Lockjaw, no.
And that's going to be it for Loki.
Alright, so Medusa's just been sitting on the sidelines this entire game. It's time for her to start kicking butt. So she does have to spend a move action because of all of the movement shenanigans used against her earlier. But we will move her on up here. Enchantress is going to use the Inhuman ability to donate a power to Medusa. That way I can spend 2 power, and Enchantress is only going to roll her 2 defense instead of her 5 because of enchanting. And because there is a hit out on Enchantress and I have the herb, Medusa is going to be rolling 7 dice. So,
Okay.
let's hope that this 4-threat character who's done nothing the entire game shows up. 7 dice physical shows
That's
up.
pretty good.
Couple crits. 1 reroll. Total of 5, and I did get the flurry.
Okay. Blocking 1, taking 4.
Takes 4. Medusa will gain 4. The Brave Bass again. How much health does she have left now?
Just 2.
Just 2. Medusa's going to spend 2 again to go at it with your lower defenses.
Okay.
7 dice. Not as good as the first, but, well, actually the exact same. 5. Oh, I get a reroll. Haha! It didn't matter.
Alright. Well, probably still good enough, but... yeah. Okay, so she'll take the last 2 and be dazed, and I'll let you place that.
Okay. Tuck it over here. And Medusa now has a little bit of power, and Loki, thankfully, is far enough away that I can actually use some of her superpowers. So give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Alright, after thinking about it, Medusa, since she doesn't have to spend the extra power, is going to go ahead and spin 3 to throw Thor. And we're going to just throw him straight back into Crystal.
Okay. I will spend a power from each of them for brace for impact.
Yep. Go ahead and get that burned and out of the way.
Yep.
But that is all Medusa can do, so she is done.
Alright. I'm going to go with Crystal. I have to go with Crystal. She's all I've left. And she's going to move here. Spend... oh, she doesn't have a power yet. So I guess in order to... oh, also, I forgot, at the beginning of my turn, I'm going to use Thor's ability to heal him up.
One. Yep.
Yeah, so, sorry about that. So then, move Crystal, and we'll do a... I guess since I need to... we'll go ahead and do Hurricane Blast, I guess.
Cool. So 4 dice with a reroll, but you don't get the reroll because of her living strands.
Right. Okay. Actually, what is... you know what? I'm gonna switch that up. Sorry, I'm gonna do the Volcanic Surge instead. So
Alright,
basically the same thing. Yeah.
Yep.
2.
So 2.
Yep.
Medusa's fine.
Okay. I do get a power though for doing the attack.
Yep.
Then I will spend that power to pick up the herb.
Absolutely.
And that's gonna be it over there.
Alright, so that is the end of round 2. I currently control no objectives and get no points, and Evan will get 2, 1 for Thor holding the middle, and 1 for Loki holding mine. So Asgard will leap ahead in a crazy point game,
Yeah.
2 to 3.
Real barn burner.
But Inhumans have priority now.
Yep.
Alright, so I should have done this last turn when I activated Enchantress, but because I didn't, I do get to do it now. Baron Zemo is going to spend 3 to play Better Rivals. We're going to play that on Okoye. And so that is going to make all of the enemy characters that are not Okoye, but those that are within range 3 of her, roll 1 less defense dice and attack dice on all of their rolls, which should be pretty good for me. So, with that activated, Zemo is also within range 3 of Medusa, just barely. So, we are going to spend, or I guess he's going to give her a power, so that she goes up to 3, and we will immediately spend all 3 of that to throw Crystal into Enchantress.
Okay. So Crystal's going to take a damage. And Enchantress will get 2 whole dice for this dodge roll.
Yep.
Nothing. So she'll take 3.
She will take 3. That's what we like to hear. And then Medusa will begin her braid bashing. So we're going to start by going into Crystal. She still has 1 extra die because of the herb, so this will be 6 dice into 2.
Okay.
With a reroll, thankfully. Get a total of 3.
Okay. I also have a reroll.
1. So dealing 2.
Yep.
Is that enough?
Yes, it is.
Cool. We'll put that over here. Let's see if we can go so far as to do it behind Medusa a little bit. And then because we did get the flurry, we will do the next attack into... let's do the next attack into Thor.
Okay.
So this will be 6 dice into 3.
2, actually.
2, because
yeah.
I incinerate. Boy. I do have the reroll. So total of 3 successes onto Thor.
Okay.
Crit. So he will take 2.
Yep, that is enough.
Medusa will gain 2 more. Alright, so for her next trip, Medusa is going to spend 2 for her Royal Decree, and is just going to place herself within range 1 of Enchantress. I'm going to go on that side of her, and I will just do it in such a way that I also can make sure I'm within 2 of Zemo. And then I'm going to take Zemo with me. Alright, he's over there. And then we're going to spend 2 power so that Enchantress doesn't get her extra dice and put a Braid Bash into her again.
Okay.
So 6 dice into 1. Pretty good roll. Get the reroll going. Reroll doesn't do anything, so 5 successes with the flurry.
Alright, well, not much I can do.
Yep.
So she is out.
How many did she take?
2.
2?
Yeah.
Cool. She'll gain 2. And for those who are wondering, I believe Loki should just be outside of range 4, so I do get my crits with her right now. Anyway, and so we did get the flurry, and we only have 1 viable target, so we'll go ahead and go into Okoye with another 6 dice attack.
Okay.
Decent. Go ahead and get the reroll for another 5.
Alright. Rolling 2. Get my reroll. Yeah, that's going to be it for her too.
Alright. So Medusa has done work this round. And that'll be her activation as well.
Alright, well that was painful. So I'm left with very few options here. So I think what I'm going to have to do is spend a power from Loki to get rid of that Incinerate. And then move him up to get within range of a couple things here. So we'll go here. And then go ahead and attack Baron Zemo with a strike.
Alright, 5 dice into 3.
2, right? Because he's incinerated?
Oh, he is incinerated. Yes.
Okay.
So just 2. I'm the liar.
There we go. Well,
Oh,
that's
man,
not bad.
That's the roll you needed.
Yeah. Okay.
So 5.
Yep.
I got a crit, but I can't do anything with it, so I just block 1. So Zemo takes 4.
Okay.
Flashbacks.
Alright. And I guess that'll be it for Loki.
Alright, so I think I'm supposed to do the mean thing, because Evan definitely just set himself up for a field dressing clay, and I think I've just got to deny it here. So I'm going to go with Enchantress, and she is going to use Spurned Affection onto Loki. So 5 dice.
Okay.
And we will angle the beam in such a way where it does not hit any of my comrades. Like so. Does Loki want to do any of his shenaniganery?
Not yet. I am a god, which is before I roll, right? So,
yeah, so you get to see what I roll first.
Yeah.
Nothing great so far. Just 2 successes.
Alright, well, I will...
She will have a reroll from Zemo.
Sure. 2 successes. I'll save it.
Cool.
Okay.
Block none of it. She'll get her Zemo reroll in. Doesn't do anything. I will sap a power.
Okay.
And then deal 2.
Alright, so I'll lose the power and then gain 2. Okay.
Cool. And I think we just do that again.
Okay.
With hopeful better results.
This time I will
Oh.
use I'll use, well, let's see, I don't know if I am a god because I don't think I can get out, so, or Trickster, I mean,
yeah.
because then she could just do it again.
Yep, since he's the only target.
I guess I could hide behind Zemo, so you'd have to kill Zemo to do it, but no, I'll save the power. Okay.
Poor Zemo! Alright. I don't get my crit, so just 3 successes.
Okay, I am a god this time.
Yep.
Of course, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Okay, so that'll be Loki down.
Yep. Enchantress gets another power, and there's really nothing else that she needs to do here. She spent both of her actions, other characters are dazed, so yeah, she is done. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is go with Lockjaw. Again, unfortunately nobody's there to tell him what a good boy he is, but he's going to move short, and then his second action, he's going to spend 2 power, since the Menace of Loki is gone, and we're going to teleport Medusa long. Or not long, range 3. But it seems like a long way. To get her over there. And then because I'm kind of playing solitaire at the moment, Zemo's going to go, he's going to spend 2 for Medpack, and hopefully survive longer than he was looking to do. And he is going to just budge a little bit, still be within range 1 of the flaming portal thingy, but hopefully just getting within range 2 of all of his friends. So that'll be Zemo done, and Black Bolt, I think he's just going to double move so that we're within range 2 of Zemo, but on the other side of him. And that'll be all of my character's activation and the end of round 3. Alright, so as we move into round number 4, I hold the middle and my back point, so I will score 2, Evan's scoring nothing, so I leapfrog him, and this riveting game is up to 3 to 4. And with that, Evan has priority, and we'll go into round number 4.
Alright, well, I am pretty limited on options here, so I think I'm going to go for the cool play, and that is a very angry Thor. So first I'll spend a power off of him to get rid of that incinerate. Then I'm going to spend 3 power to do a 4 Asgard, and he's just going to move. We'll stay within range of that point, I guess. And then, oh, wait, cape, there we go. Then I'll do the strike against Medusa.
Just a heads up, she can't be staggered, so if you still want to do it into her, you're welcome to. But
well, yeah, I think I do.
cool.
So,
This has got her 3 defense dice.
yep.
Quite the roll.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a wild.
Yep. This is reroll from Inhumans, and she'll block 3.
Okay.
So she'll still take 2.
Maybe throw it away short. No, I'm not sure if she'll still be in if I throw her into that bench. I think she will. We'll see. So I'll throw her into the bench here.
Cool. That will seems kind of silly, but I think I'm going to brace for impact that.
Oh, that's pretty close.
We'll call it in.
Okay.
So the bench will then be destroyed, and Medusa's got 4 health remaining.
Okay, and how much did I do again? Damage-wise?
2.
2. Okay, so he'll gain 2 power. Then I will spend 6 power to do a God of Thunder. And that's going to target all 3 of those.
Yep.
So I'll start with Zemo.
Absolutely.
So that's going to be 7 dice.
Yep. 7v2.
Not the best, but 3.
3?
Yep.
Zemo reroll. Blocks 2.
Okay.
So Zemo will take 1, but he is alive.
Alright, then we'll go Medusa next, I guess.
Absolutely.
Just 2.
That's, yep. Human reroll. Check to see if she's still in range of Zemo. She is not. So, just blocks 1.
Okay.
Out of how many?
2.
So she will take 1 more.
Alright, and finally Black Bolt.
Yep. Black Bolt will spend 2 to increase his defenses.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's a pretty good one.
Yep.
And man, me spending power to increase his defenses has not worked out once. Zemo plus Inhuman blocks me 1, so he's taking how much?
So 4 then.
4?
Yep.
Alright.
And unfortunately I'm 1 short of the throw, so I guess that means that Thor is done.
Alright. Alright, well, we've weathered the Thor onslaught. So Black Bolt's going to go, and we're going to try to knock off Crystal before she can even think about scoring that herb. So we're going to do an Energy Bolt with Focus Power. So he's going to spend 3 to add 2 extra dice to the attack. So we're going to do 7 energy into Crystal.
Okay.
Got a crit, and I actually get those right now. And then Zemo plus Inhuman gets me 1 more, so a total of 5 with a Pierce.
Okay. Alright. And reroll. So Pierce 1, so blocking 2, and taking 3.
Alright. Black Bolt gains 3. And you know what? I've got the power. And there's a chance that you might survive just another normal energy bolt, so we're going to go all in. We're going to spend 6 power for a Whisper and 3 for another Focus power. So 9 power in total for an 11 dice beam onto Crystal.
Okay.
Because, you know, it's here and it's available.
Might as well.
Might need to go make extra dice if I get crits. So 11 dice. Did indeed get 3 crits.
Yikes.
So, and then we get the 2 rerolls that don't do anything. But that's still a lot of dice left in the tray. So 4, 9, 11.
Okay. So, just for fun, we'll see what we get. All right.
A lot of hits.
Yep. So that'll be it
Alright.
for Crystal.
And you know, that's what happens when Black Bolt talks.
Yep.
Alright, and that'll be Black Bolt's activation done then. Alright, so I'm going to go with Baron Zemo, because why not? And at this point, it's just kind of a finish off Thor kind of a game, I think. So we're going to spend 2 to Steel Rush and spend 2 more for Master Swordsman to give it a bunch of rerolls. So 6 dice physical going into Thor.
Okay.
Got a crit. Master Swordsman rerolls. Which didn't do anything. Plus Zemo's reroll, so 4 successes.
Okay. Alright, block 2.
I'm going to take 2 then. You will be bleeding. Not that Thor really cares about that part of it too much. But Zemo will get to reposition himself up to range there. I might have just taken myself outside of 2. I don't think so, though. Yeah,
You're good.
fine.
Yeah.
Alright, so Zemo will just do a normal sword strike with the Master Swordsman again.
Okay.
So this time just 5 dice, but with all the rerolls in the world.
Thanks.
And normal reroll for a total of 6.
Alright. That'll do it. That's going to be a
6,
game.
and that's Thor off the board.
Yep.
Alright, and I think that's the first game like that on the channel.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Evan, thank you for coming out and
Yeah.
getting me out of my game drought of quarantining and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, good game. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that was probably the first time I've ever lost by having all my characters KO'd. So, you know, I still felt like it was a pretty good game, especially up through round 2. We had kind of some good back and forth going. Then that Medusa turn round 3 really kind of swung things. So, kind of in hindsight, and as Nate and I were talking through, as we usually do after a game, I think a good play, and I really considered it, would have been to have Loki go and move Medusa further to the edge of the board, and then she would have at least had to use an action to get back in, and probably couldn't have done quite as much damage. A couple other things, I maybe in hindsight wouldn't have Thor Rainbow Bridge. He could have just 4 Asgarded and basically done the same thing, but then would have got like the attack with the possible stagger and such. But you know, overall, I guess that these objectives were a little new to me as well, and I think there's maybe some unfamiliarity. But yeah, I don't know. I like my squad. I like my squad with the demons. I think as things got spread out, I lost some of the synergy that I kind of planned for with Loki's bubble and Crystal's bubble and things like that. So yeah, I'd try this similar squad again, but probably play a few things a little differently. So overall, still a great game. Always have fun playing these games with Nate. So thanks for having me out, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
That game was going back and forth pretty well until Medusa came in like a wrecking ball at the end of round 2, but really at the beginning of round 3. And because I feel like it will come up in the comments, I want to go ahead and say I don't think that Medusa has any power creep in her, and I don't think she is too good at 4 threat. If we look at Medusa's turn after throwing Crystal into Evan's Enchantress, she only had to deal 2 damage to Crystal, 2 damage to Enchantress, and 2 damage to Thor, all of whom had their defenses lowered by bitter rivalry. And Thor was also incinerated, not to mention Medusa was getting a buff from the herb. Getting a Quay was a little bit lucky here at the end, but Medusa's rampage was set up by getting just to shut down several already really weakened characters. I think Enchantress would have been able to have a very similar end result if she had been the one to activate at the beginning of round 3 with her beam attacks hitting multiple enemies. It doesn't help that I think Evan maybe made a misplay by playing Brace for Impact when he did. The throw would have dazed Thor and possibly Crystal depending on how the dice rolled. At that point, Evan knew I was getting priority, so having Thor stand back up with 8 stamina instead of the 2 he had after using his leadership ability would have likely given him an activation unless I really focused on taking him down. And if the throw had managed to daze Crystal, Evan would have had priority for himself again. Then Thor could have gone and done Thor things to make this a very different game. But that is the game, and I have to thank Evan for coming out onto the channel again. As well, I want to thank all the members of the Guild Hall for supporting this channel and what I do here. The community that has built itself up, where we're able to just talk about the random stuff in the game, is really awesome, and I am so glad to have it. If you are interested in joining that community and supporting the Guild, check out the Patreon link down in the description of this video. If you have any questions about this game or anything else MCP related, feel free to reach out at one of the links down in the description of this video. And as always, thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.